Hey, Fit Lifer, Drew Canoli. I was reading online today, and I saw the same headline over and over and over again. The headline was 30% of the world is now obese. So immediately I was transvexed into thinking why the world was obese. You know, the pharmaceutical industry wants people to be sick, so they're pumping genetically modified food into the environment. People are eating processed food. It's nutrient devoid. They're getting sick. They're making more money. And then I silence myself, and I'm like, is this really why people are chronically obese? Have you ever had one of those moments? It's almost like the waves are crashing into the ocean, and then all of a sudden it just stops. There's no more waves, and it's this complete silence. Well, that's a lot like our thinking is, right? So I stopped that type of thinking, and I was able to get some peace and perspective here. And I realized why the world is obese and the real reason behind it. Hear me out on this. Hopefully you can appreciate this. If you do, give it a big old thumbs up. All right, so the real reason why people are obese. It took me a little bit to get to this. I remember back 3 years ago when I was overweight. I was never obese, but I was overweight, and my day was like the Groundhog's Day. Have you ever seen that movie? If you haven't, don't worry about it. It's essentially Bill Murray repeats the same day over and over and over again. That was me 3 years ago, and I didn't know how grand life could be. I wanted it to be awesome. You know, I had these grand visions and ideas of one day impacting and helping the world, but I didn't know what I was going to do. So then I asked the question every single day, over and over and over again, how am I going to impact the world? What can I do? What can I do to make a difference? And then it hit me. My mentor said, Drew, if you could do anything at all, make sure you're not chasing money. Make sure you're chasing people and you're transforming people on an individual level. So I'd always been interested in health, but I wasn't demonstrating health. So that's when I decided to really demonstrate health. I figured that juicing would be one of the best tools, considering I had a buddy that told me his dad was resurrected from the dead, basically. 6 months on green juice changed his entire life. So I thought 6 months on green juice for a guy that was critically ill versus 6 months for a guy that was average and he just wanted to be awesome, what would happen? So I started drinking the green juice. And that was a tool, that was a mechanism that trained my toxic taste buds of being in that overweight state into somebody that loved vibrating, high vibrating, nutritious food every single day. You see, it took that one green juice to make me realize that all the coffee, all the Cheetos, all the Taco Bell, all the McDonald's, all the In-N-Out, all of the fast, cheap, and easy food, which I wasn't because you are what you eat. And if you're eating cheap, fast, and easy food at the time, that's what I was. I was cheap, fast, and easy. I figured I could no longer be cheap, fast, and easy, and I actually had to respect myself. I had to love myself. And you have to love yourself too. How do you do that? Well, number one, you find out what your true spiritual calling is here on this planet. And if you're doing something that you don't love every single day, then change it. Start, and you don't have to drop it right away. I get it. Listen, you're getting a paycheck. You may be making pretty good money at what you're doing, and you're afraid because you have kids, and you don't want to leave your kids behind because you want the security. I totally understand. That's fine. But just do something on the side. Do something that you love. Maybe it's painting and you haven't painted in a while. When you're at home with your kids, enroll them in that process. That's going to raise your vibration up. That's going to help you feel better. It's not about focused on this diet program or this weight loss technique or these pills, powders, and shakes that you've been popping to try to lose weight, and it never seems to work out. So then you blame the diet industry and you say that there's nothing that can help you, and it's just like it falls on deaf ears over and over and over again. You have to realize that true transformation starts with you. It always has, and it always will start and end with you. So that's what I recommend. The real reason behind the obesity epidemic is not the fact that processed food's easier or it's cheaper or it's faster or that the pharmaceutical industry wants everybody to be fat or whatever conspiracy theory that you've been fed over and over and over again that you've not taken the blame for, right? You pushed your excuse off on something else because it's easier to cope at night. It's easier to look in the mirror and say, because of this, that's why I am the way that I am. You got to stop all that. That's a victim mentality. Victim mentalities don't serve anybody. So what can we do? Well, find your true spiritual calling. Ask it every single day. Why am I here? What can I do? How can I make a bigger impact? And that answer will be shown to you. The path will be lit. The way will be opened up. You have to do that. And then number two, grab a green juice every once in a while. You see me making these juicing videos every Saturday. Do I believe juicing could instantly transform you? I do not. I do believe it serves as a valuable tool and a time to give you self-love. A time when for 5 to 10 to 15 minutes, however long it takes you to make that drink and drink it, you're doing nothing but honoring yourself and loving who you are. And once you start doing that, my friend, you're going to build up your vibration. You're going to build up that power that is within you, that willpower, and eventually you're going to be unstoppable. That's how we're going to change the tides of this obesity epidemic. It's not going to be inventing a new pill that controls hormones in your brain. It's going to be at becoming all that you can be and all that you've decided to be here in this experience with me. Because when I say we're in this together, I really mean it. Hopefully this was helpful, Fit Lifer. Drew Canoli. Remember, we're in this together. I'll see you soon.